Every great story has a prologue, and our story starts with Jeff.
Dude, this is such crap. Unbelievable. Here we go. Man, I feel so powerless right now. This is like the biggest, just dumbest mistake in the world. Let's keep an eye on the time.
I got 8:55.
Okay. I got glass all over the banners. All right, let's roll.
Jeff Burns is a congenital amputee, a professional adaptive tennis player, a father, and the founder of the American Amputee Society.
So I'll just practice a little bit and then we'll break everyone up into teams and we'll play some little mini games. Sound good?
When I first met Jeff, he had already began his initiative of setting up adaptive sports clinics all over the great state of Texas. His intent was to bring awareness to his community and shine a light on individuals who have had to adapt.
Yeah!
That's where we came in. Prior to filming, Jeff began losing feeling in his only foot. He noticed a pressure sore that had gotten infected. The doctor had to surgically remove half of his heel, but the infection had moved into his heart, creating another complication, endocarditis. There was a huge chance that the foot would have to be amputated. Jeff still pursued the film, taking us along to visit with new amputees to be an advocate and to let them know that this life can still be beautiful.
It is so nice to meet you.
I was drinking and driving. I don't remember it though. Like my story, honestly, of that night, what my story is I was sitting in my friend's garage and then I woke up in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And they all told me, that they had to turn the helicopter off and they had me in the ambulance. They had to revive me twice. There was a girl with me. All that happened to her was she broke her elbow, which I hate that anything happened to her. Now I'm on probation for 5 years. I ended up getting charged with intoxicated assault, which is a felony. I've grown up so much more. I don't drink, and I know I can help others. And I don't want to start crying, man. I did my makeup so good, it took me so long.
You're right, don't worry about it.
If people are in front of me and they're about to go drink and drive, to where I take my leg off and I go, bye-bye, and I wave bye-bye with it, and they'll be like, and they'll call somebody.
It's been a long fight.
Right.
Yeah.
After months of treatment with IV antibiotics, in November of 2014, Jeff had finally beaten the infection. This was only the beginning of the filmmaking process. We took it upon ourselves to dive deeper into the adaptive community, and it led us to some of the most inspiring people we will ever meet.
So I won't promise me a lie to you.
What's like people's first reaction when they know that you drive?
They freak out. Well, before I even had the hand controls, I used to drive with a broom. I just had a broom duct taped to the gas and the brake, and I would just like press the broom in the gas. I didn't have a driver's license, I just drove.
So you were just pushing that thing forward to make the gas go?
No, pushing it down.
Oh, pushing it down.
Like that. If you want to gun it, you can.
You're driving with your leg right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, look, see, my hand's on the gas, but I got pretty control with this thing, dude. I'm telling you, this thing has kept me out of some wrecks. I got quick react. Look at that. Want to switch lanes with it? Watch this. Ain't nothing, baby. Ain't nothing. All right, come on, Mike. Get over. Oh, you're trying to let me go ahead. Okay, I got you.
My baby don't stand no cheating, my baby. Oh yeah, she don't stand no cheating, my baby.
Zach Ruhl. I've been a personal trainer for about 5 years now, and going into a CrossFit coach.
My baby, true little baby, my baby.
I don't remember, I was just like, man, I don't have no legs, you know? I fell down one time. I had prosthetics in 6th grade, and I hit my head like on a bookshelf. I was like, holy shit, you know, like I'm a little different than everybody. You know, that was the first time I ever felt really different. But other than that, pretty much live a normal life for, I guess, a guy with no legs.
My baby, true little baby, my baby. My baby don't stand no cheating, my baby. Oh no, she don't stand no cheating.
I've never had a problem getting a girlfriend. I really have not, dude. I've been really lucky as far as, I guess, the ladies. I don't know, like even in high school, I mean, I was on the ballot for most handsome. Never won, got 2nd place 2 years in a row, but I got on the ballot. So, I mean, I guess I'm a good looking guy for a person with no legs. I don't know, I hope so. Everybody just knows me as legs, man, like the dude on the skateboard. Like I really didn't get like too much of like special treatment, if you would. My mom, like from an early on age, just 7 years old, I went in the kitchen, I was like, hey Mom, do you mind putting the cups down on the bottom shelf for me? Like, you know, just on the bottom, like open a little cabinet and I'll get a cup. And she was like, no. And I was like, why, you know? She said, well, what are you gonna do when I'm not here and you want a cup one day? Or what if I die, stuff like that. Kind of hit me hard at the moment, you know. I was like, man, why is she being so damn hard on me? But now I'm like, dude, I do everything by myself, everything. So I commend her for that. That's awesome. I never got angry. I mean, I blew up one time. I just got frustrated one time my whole life, and it was about something stupid. I was getting out of my car. My wheel got stuck in the concrete like a crack, you know? I got groceries in my hands, and I'm trying to, you know, move around with the groceries, and the wheel's not coming out the crack, and I lose it, dude. Like, I get up, I throw my skateboard at my truck, hit my truck, and I was like, man, it'd be so easy to walk to the, you know, just walk to the front door. That's the only time I've ever really just blown up or got sad, got angry, or anything like that. I just now got a wheelchair this year. I've always used a skateboard. I got a skateboard when I was 2 for Christmas. I just rode with it ever since. I had a wheelchair, but I kind of like stole it out of Ross parking lot. So, I mean, I only used it for when I was like cooking or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's insurance. I didn't have insurance till like about 2 years ago, so I never got a wheelchair. I've had like doctors tell me and people, like everybody, like, man, you're not gonna be able to, you know, go around on a skateboard for life. Kind of just pisses me off because I'm like, man, how do you know what I could do? I just now got the wheelchair just because I played wheelchair sports and I like travel with the team, and you know everybody else is in wheelchairs, so I just kind of didn't want to be like, you know, I'm above you guys or below you guys or whatever, so I just got a wheelchair. I got it made though, man. Like I really do. Like it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse, especially being in wheelchair sports and seeing all the different kind of disabilities. Like I'm so thankful for just being an amputee and an amputee alone. I'm happy that I can have my wife pleasure me, I can pleasure her and stuff like that later on down the road and have kids the normal way and stuff like that. I know the record for nationally was 340, and at the meet I just came from, I did 379. So, I mean, I broke it by a good little margin, but I'm hopefully, like, I want to go for the world record. I think it's like 427 for my weight class. But I just picked up 415 yesterday, 415, but it wasn't like a pause on the chest and press like competitional style. It's just a bounce off my chest. Rio 2016, the Paralympics. I should be in that if everything goes well, and hopefully, you know, placing a medal, if not gold. But I'm really shooting for gold because I can't stand losing. I hate losing more than anything in my life.
Skate competition. This is one of the most amazing competitions ever in the world. What they do is truly inspiring. They're all about never giving up. Let's give it up for Oscar. He's 2.5 years old. The first time he ever did this was 18 months old. He had a pacifier in his mouth as he dropped down in the skate park. This is Abel Rose, came all the way from Texas, 2.5 years old. You're gonna check him out, drop it in. Venice Skate Park, they will skate again 2014. Let's do this, Abel, man. You are going to kill it right here, Abel. Give it up for Abel.
Watch the airplane, Abel.
Give it up.
Ready?
Abel Rose.
feet swinging by me from your fig tree, your Jewish canteen. Baby pigeon, yellow diamonds, queen of Catskills, sang so long sweetly.
This is his scar from his spina bifida opening. It was myelomeningocele. He is a basically spinal cord injury from T10 to S1. Yeah, to S1. Can you hug me? Can I say I love you? Hi. I know you don't like to have a kiss. You gonna get back in the chair? You gonna go run him over? All right, there you go, dude. My name is Heather Rose, and Abel Rose is my son, and we're the Rose family. Brian Rose and Abel's sister, Ella, and we're from Waxahachie, Texas. Abel has spina bifida myelomeningocele, which means at birth his spinal cord was open. The back and the cord was actually visible at birth, which leaves a defect level basically of paralyzation. Along with the condition with spina bifida comes hydrocephalus in some cases, which required a VP shunt being placed to actually drain the extra fluid that was on his brain and be reabsorbed into the belly. He also has clubbed foot positioning, which is kind of where the feet don't really line up. They kind of part separate ways, so he has to wear special bracing to keep the feet in. You want me to do it?
No.
Here. Olaf. Olaf. Opie. Sorry, forget which cow you are. After I found out of his diagnosis, they sent me to some more specialists. I did have one doctor that totally gave me horrible news, you know, and basically told me that you have to wonder what his quality of life would be, you know. Basically, you know, I guess not wanting, you know, me to keep him, and I was told not to. I was told to abort my pregnancy, and my thoughts on that were I went and got a new doctor.
Yeah, Shelly. Another one? Here you go. Say sit, big dog.
Sit, big dog.
Come sit.
Sit. Sit.
Tell me sit.
Sit. Sit.
Okay.
Lick my hand.
Want one?
Yeah.
Say sit.
Sit.
I'm just kidding. Say not funny, Daddy.
Not for Daddy.
He has a swallowing issue, which has led to just being delayed. It's all due to the hydrocephalus that he has, the fluid on the brain. And then he's also in occupational therapy to help with like fine motor and gross motor skills, work on finger strengthening, hand strengthening, things like that, the older he gets, so he is not behind or delayed. And then he also receives physical therapy at home, anywhere from once to twice a week, about an hour long, and he's had since he was about a month old, just working on upper body strength, chair transfers, getting around, being mobile, and just being as active as possible.
Ready, push it up. Show us. Walk those hands up.
No, I can't.
You got it. Come on. Walk those hands up. There you go. You gonna hold it?
No.
Boom. Uh-oh.
No, I can't. No, what?
Right, up we go. You ready?
That hurt.
Go.
No.
1. There it is. 2.
That hurt.
3. What hurts?
Oh, sit down.
4.
Sit down. Sit down.
2 more steps.
Sit down.
2 more steps first. One more. One. One more. Two. All right. You're in charge. You got it. Are you gonna sit?
Yeah, I think he likes it.
Boom.
So what is the purpose of dropping him back like that?
Him learning to lift his head so he doesn't hit his head so much, so like if he's doing other transfers, other things like that, and then having to come back up, helps to strengthen his tummy muscles for his transfers as he gets a little bit older. 2, 3, boom! Oh, good catch that time. You didn't even hit your head. Come on. Did you get it? All right, you're off. Last one.
Here, get the door open.
Last one, there's the door. Ta-da!
You guys shut the door?
Thank you, sir.
You guys shut the door? Okay, shut it. There you go, good job. Yeah, there's guilt. When you first find out your child is diagnosed with a birth defect and they tell you it's something your body lacked during pregnancy that caused it, you feel guilt maybe that you've done something wrong. But the first thing I was always told was, it's not your fault, this is literally just something that happens. And I actually found out that this is a very common defect. Coming from seeing like Aaron Fotheringham, he has spina bifida, gives you hope to see athletes that have the same defects as your child has succeeding in life.
With candy pants and a cheat.
People always say, oh, I hope my child is healthy and good, but in our eyes, he was healthy. He was going to survive this. He was going to be fine, and he was just going to be like every other kid and not be treated any differently. We don't want anybody to feel pity for Abel, and we've never gotten pity for Abel. Everybody's very happy to see him, and he always makes people smile, and people are always like, oh my gosh, did you just see that kid? He was just willing himself. And it's amazing to watch people's eyes, and I see people have like the nastiest looks on their face, and then they'll see him go by and they'll smile real big. And so like he totally changes somebody's outlook during the day.
Push. Bye, Abel.
I feel like he changes the perspective on the chair and his lifestyle and the whole community in general. People look at him different, and I believe that that's what the community needed. The community and the outsiders, able bodies, needed to see something like him to change their perspective on everything.
I got something for Abel! Yeah! You gotta do that!
treat to hear from an athlete who has not only an incredible history with CAF, but a continued bright future as a very, very elite competitor. Let's take a look at her video.
You can't just, you know, the day before you turn 50, start working on the health that you want to have when you're 50. It's not going to work that way. You have to invest in it every day. Little did I know that I wasn't 10 foot tall and invincible. Our bodies are actually very fragile. Getting treatment twice a day, having these people motivate me every day to get better. I don't think I would feel comfortable being a ski racer without Highmark in my corner.
Please welcome to the stage CAF athlete Alana Nichols.
The energy in this room is pretty amazing. Bill Walton, up top.
My next guest is one of the top Paralympians in the world. She's a 3-time gold medalist and the first American woman to win gold medals in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. Please welcome the incredible Alana Nichols.
Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. See sunny days that I thought would never end. See lonely times
In 5, 4. My name is Alana Nichols, and I am a Paralympic athlete, and I have been fortunate to compete in 4 Paralympic Games in 2 separate sports. I started with wheelchair basketball and moved on to alpine skiing, and was also very fortunate to be the first female American to win gold in the Summer and Winter Games.
Flying right here, a huge lead over Stevens at the split time.
She's going to be really hard. Wow.
You've just got to see me through.
I guess when people say that I have natural talent and God-given talent, I'm just incredibly fortunate. I was born with the ability to alpine ski race, and I was born with a natural want to go fast, and that really played in my favor for alpine ski racing. Part of what happened with that, though, is while I was given this risk-taker mentality, it's also the reason that I'm in a wheelchair today.
Look up to the skies as she prepares to get this sitting category underway.
I want to be able to look my fear in the face and then choose to go at it still. I think that's courage.
Some speed going now, Nichols inside to the finish with her time of 1:35.69, you would imagine.
I was raised by my grandparents. My father was killed in a drunk driving accident when I was 9 months old. My mom was kind of left unequipped to raise her kids after that, and my grandparents took me and my sisters under her wing, and my entire childhood was spent feeling lucky and fortunate to have that opportunity. 17 years old, I feel like maybe you guys did at the beginning of your ride. Like, I was young, I guess sort of naive in the fact that I knew that I could do anything that I set my mind to. And that's the beauty of being 17, right? You're just gonna go out, you're gonna travel the world and dominate, and you're gonna have the time of your life, and nothing bad is ever gonna happen. You know, it's beautiful, it's life. I had learned how to snowboard, and I had gotten this new sense of courage and confidence, and I'd been thinking about doing a backflip my entire summer. And so November 19th of 2000, my senior year in high school, I went out backcountry skiing with some friends, and sort of in a very impulsive way, I decided that I wanted to try my backflip on that day. I thought to myself, as I gained speed, I thought, okay, well, I don't want to under-rotate this backflip. So as I hit the lip, I threw my feet as hard as I could over my head and over-rotated the backflip. So I did basically a 1.5. I tacoed and landed directly on my back on what I later learned was about a 4-foot boulder underneath the snow. And so it was exactly how fate would have it, and I broke my back in 3 places upon impact and became paralyzed on the spot. I just remember laying in my hospital bed feeling like a prisoner in my own body, and I had anxiety attacks. I just wanted to scream because I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't move my legs, and it was the most uncomfortable feeling, just thinking about what my life was gonna become. But I knew that I wanted to be adventurous. I knew I wanted to travel the world. I knew I wanted to walk down the aisle at my own wedding. I knew I wanted to be a mom and a great wife, and all of those things in the hospital bed that day didn't seem possible. At 17 years old, you can imagine that all I needed was hope at that point. After the childhood I had, and you know, sort of coming from behind at that point, I really needed to catch a break a little bit, and I didn't. I got broken, and it just seemed like the end of the world. I mean, it was over. I didn't really want to live in a wheelchair, and I didn't really have any hope for my future.
One particular day, I call it a God moment. I took a shortcut through the gym at the University of New Mexico, and I don't know if you guys have seen wheelchair basketball, but it is violent. It is awesome. It's like chair-on-chair contact, guys falling over left and right. They're getting up, they're shooting 3 balls. They're shooting half-court shots because they're guys and making them every now and again. It's funny. It was so exciting to me. I was like mind blown. I saw this game being played on the same court, you know, same court length, same hoop height, 24-second shot clock, 8 seconds to get across half, 3 seconds in the lane. This is NBA rules. And so I'm like, whoa, okay, adaptive sports, this is fun. I want to try it. I saw these other people with disabilities that had even more of a disability than I did, and they were doing it. That was the magic that happened to me at that moment. I couldn't wait until the following Wednesday that I could be a part of this community wheelchair basketball team. As the beauty of sport took over my life, I didn't realize it at the time, but it was rehabilitating every other aspect of my life. I wasn't sweating, I wasn't breathing hard, and I wasn't working my heart. And that is so essential to a well-lived life, like holistic well-being. And I learned about the Paralympics. I learned about this new dream that wasn't my Olympic softball dream, but it was a very different but equally as amazing Paralympic dream of competing at the 2008 Games in Beijing, China.
It's absolutely incredible. You're going sometimes as fast as how many miles an hour?
We get up 70, 80 miles per hour.
70, 80 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I'd like to point out that you are skiing on the same terrain as every Olympic athlete. Is that right?
I am. That run was actually from Vancouver, and I skied the same downhill as Lindsey Vonn, won the same gold medal, went just about as fast.
My first gold in Vancouver, after I crossed the line, I mean, I wailed. Like, it was a spiritual cry. It wasn't cute. It was my heart crying because my brother was so present that day. And my brother was murdered in 2009, which was just 6 months before I was set to compete at the 2010 Games in Vancouver for alpine skiing. It was very much like my spinal cord injury in that I didn't want to live anymore. I just wanted to quit so many times, and I remember thinking, like, my brother was my biggest fan. I mean, he authentically delighted in my accomplishments. He would see the medals I brought home and just be so stoked. It really lit him up. He was so proud of me. So I forced myself to keep going, and I used him as my inspiration. Every day I got on the hill, and there were so many beautiful moments I got to share with him alone, just at the top of a mountain. And I asked him for strength. And continued to pray for him to be my purpose. And I put it in his hands. I said, brother, I can't do this without you.
Beautiful air.
The final pitch, a superb run so far. A lot of risk and a lot of speed.
I don't even know if I processed whether or not I had won that gold medal. I sure remember feeling my brother's presence. And it was powerful. So I cried, and you know, it was the most memorable moment of my life. It was kind of a Cinderella story. I was there as a rookie on the team, and I left as the most medaling athlete of the 2010 games. Lindsey Vonn and Bodie Miller are some of the best alpine ski racers in the world, and they've had significant crashes that have left them under the knife, having surgery, getting fixed, and going back on the hill. And so with me, I mean, it wasn't a matter of if but when I was gonna crash, and you know, I never knew how bad it was gonna be. And that crash in Russia really, it shook me up. And it was something that really left me questioning whether or not I was doing the right thing for myself and for my family. I'll never forget laying in the Russian hospital bed, and you know, I knew I was okay, but the last thing that my sisters had seen was my unconscious body on the side of a mountain. She was authentically scared that she had lost me. And that was the game changer for me.
Alana Nichols, from Farmington originally in the US, now at Winter Park, Colorado, takes the silver medal.
How you guys doing? Best day and try. Love having you here. He's an NBA Hall of Famer after having 36 surgeries himself just to be able to ride his bike. That's what it's all about. His name is Bill Walton, and every day he'd get up and he would go, I get to ride my bike today. There he is right there. Today, we get to swim bike. Yeah. Oh my God, and in this group. You are so awesome. Alana Nichols right there.
We're gonna kick some butt.
All right.
What are you doing?
Go, sister, I'm doing the swim and the crank, so it'll be a challenge for me, but I'll push you if you push me, okay?
Okay.
Wow, Mike, we got a pod of dolphins out there in the middle of the swim course. Unbelievable.
Love it.
That's the influence of Bob Abbott. Even the dolphins listen.
Oh, yeah.
Woo-hoo! You guys want to pop me up a little bit? Ready? There you go.
We have one too.
Be careful with that camera!
I know. How far are we going today?
1 mile!
Good luck, you guys. Have a great swim.
I went from popular girl in high school, you know, plenty of guys giving me attention, to, you know, guys my own age in college not even being able to look me in the eye. You know, it's difficult. That's a difficult pill to swallow. And, you know, just trying to embrace myself as a woman with a disability has been a 15-year process. I'm still dealing with it. To really just embrace who I am as a person and know that I'm worthy. Not all of us were born beautiful. Not all of us were born the same, you know, but we all have a spirit and a soul that's equally as valuable as anyone else's. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing somebody reach their fullest potential as an athlete.
Best of luck to you. Alana Nichols, everyone, we'll be right back.
All right, what's going on?
Oh, Oscar's jumping over me. Let's do it.
Did I hear a kickflip?
How did that feel?
Felt fantastic. Hug the concrete. Again. Again. That one didn't feel so hot, didn't it? No. Yeah. hit, run, splash, slide down the stairs.
Quinn, what makes you want to keep up on getting and get more after a slam like that?
Because I know I can land it.
You got it. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
Yes, Dad, I am done. I am done. Quinn is leaving. You did so good. Excuse me? Basically, pushing takes a lot of energy out of me, hence the power chair. I love that thing. That's why I always hit the gym, get a little, my arms pumping, blood racing, and let's push. Hopefully it won't hit the fence.
You figured out tricks of the trade to make whisper and shout, mindful of sleep, running your teeth.
Kids usually ask me why I'm in a chair. I ask them what chair. To me, I don't see myself in a chair. Maybe it takes me longer to get places, but well, that's life. This is behind the lovely police station of Coronado. Hey, Quinn. Hey guys, how's it going? Good, how are you? Good. This lovely old power chair, I love this thing. It's been hit by 2 cars, and 1 motorcycle.
With you in it?
Yeah. The cars were my fault. They turned into me and just scooted me a couple inches. The motorcycle was a hit and run. This is obviously my spot, my territory. Someone marked it for me. Quinces was here. This is the only curb I can use without getting hit by cars, so safety first. And let's show the skate here for a bit. Life isn't supposed to be easy, so most people can look at me, be like, oh, that's a bummer she can't walk, but like I always tell people, walking's overrated. That's the way life goes, and that's how I roll. What's your name?
My name's Marie.
Marie? My name's Quinn. They call me Quinces.
Hi.
Let's skate. I like your chair.
You'll be fine if you lean back, but you should be able to really off of that. I talked to Mike Box about 20 years ago and said, hey, I want to build a chair for the skate park. He said, you're nuts. There's no way in hell I'm going to build you one. So I said, all right, no problem. 2 years ago, we built me a chair for the skate park. Just to see kids' smiles and to be able to bring them a new chair, and that's for me is just a rush. You know, you take somebody like Quinn, which is just a good-hearted person, willing to do anything for anybody, you know, so it's easy when, you know, you see somebody like that's in need, you know, you help them out, give them a chair.
Dude, I'll just go forward. I got this.
There's people who will watch the footage that we shot the other day in Ocean Beach of you dropping in and be like, I think that they'll honestly ask themselves, just it's like, you know, not to be mean or anything like that, but they'll say, so what was the point of that? Or like why does she do that? So like how would you explain why you do that, why you take that risk, all that, you know?
Well, my drop-ins, they're not like anybody else's. I'm literally the only quadriplegic in that sport, and which means my disability, quadriplegic spastic cerebral palsy, affects all my 4 limbs. You guys saw me pushing here, and it just, speed is not my thing, or definitely not the fastest competitor out there. So what I do, and I have very limited range of motion, so my drop-ins, I can't hold my wheelie for that long and then drop in. So I just go no drop in, no hands to keep my speed up. That just kind of became my style over the years, and just became a part of me and part of my skating. Basically, I kind of copy my tricks off Rodney Mullen, mainly flat ground, and then dropping in. I literally just have to go for it. With this sport, skating helped me view my chair as not a chair. Like I'm either basically on a skateboard or a BMX bike. I don't use the word disabled or handicap, and neither does my family or friends. They don't view me as someone in a chair. I'm someone using a chair, someone riding on it. I never let it get me down, and I just work myself so hard. Could I hurt myself? Yes. Yes, I could hurt myself, like any sport. And is it worth it? Yes.
We're trying to figure out how we're gonna make a double. And she's asking me to pretty much...
She's not working.
He's pretty much doing like ridiculous stuff. So you roll, and when you're spinning, I come up and handstand down. Gotcha. Game. This is what I gotta work with. Come on. That was mine. My bad. So today, we're over here at the skate park. We're trying to show people with disabilities that can do anything.
This mic doesn't even work.
I know, but I love talking into a microphone. My name's Justin Bouchain, and I had a rare form of meningitis, which cut the blood flow off to my extremities. Skateboarding, for me, it's all about getting away from a judgmental society. There's no more disability. There's no more stares. There's no more judgment. You have to grow a little more than the average person on the inside to be able to handle judgment, to be able to handle laughter or people saying things that might be negative.
Count it. Count it.
Count it. It's about to go down.
I love your stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, son.
Wow. He's
Come
got
on, man.
this too.
Let's
he
do
knows
this.
what he's doing. That is awesome. Hey, buddy. Oh, they don't remember me. Wait.
Hey, hold on.
Alan, come back.
He won. Oh, he beat me. Uh-oh. I don't know where I'm going. Hey, little man.
Talon.
For your spirit today, we're gonna give you a skateboard, okay?
How would you like that?
I'm gonna give you it so you can keep riding, all right? You like it, buddy?
What do you say, buddy?
Thanks.
Now you got your own, dude. You can tear it up.
Well, I did have one at home, but it's my brother's.
Yep, well now you got your own, okay? And I expect you to be even better next time I see you, okay, buddy? High five.
Yeah.
The giving back part, I think, is the easiest. You know, I mean, when you struggle, and you want it to work and then it doesn't, I mean, you know how that feels. Just that emptiness of losing everything, you know, I mean, you just, it can be very depressing. And then, I mean, that's a dark place that's really hard to get out of sometimes. So, I mean, preventing that from happening is worth it for me. It goes back to this argument that a lot of people have, you know, whether you were born with it or, you know, it was taken from you, which is worse. And I think they're both bad. I don't think one's worse than the other. On one hand, you grow with it. You learn the whole time. So that's all you know. Now, there's things that go with that, you know. I mean, some kids are mean. People make fun of you. Then on the other hand, it's still all you know. It's not like anything new had been taken from you. But on the other hand, you get this sense of who you are, your accomplishments. You get the chance to learn again, but it's not the same. And it's just as hard, if not harder, to get it back. You almost feel like you were robbed of your youth, like your prime, like, where would I be if this had not happened?
How was that?
Before we came up with the actual Adaptive Sports KC, we were just sitting there and we were in a grocery store and these kids were like looking at my leg and the mom's like, ah. And I'm like, it's okay, like, don't be afraid to ask. And then we just kind of looked at each other, was like, ah. It was just that moment where I think we've lost the sense of everybody thinks everything's rude. I think it's more rude not to ask. How is anybody gonna understand down the road if they're not, you know, around it?
Good job. Good job.
It gives you this sense that if you hadn't done this, what would these people be doing?
Okay, I'm just gonna be over here, okay? And I'm gonna film it, okay? If you think you can do it, you got it, okay?
Yeah!
After like 4 or 5 times of doing this, like he went from, you know, like 4 inches to, I'd say, a good 2 feet of air off this ramp. And he was just hooked. And he's like, I'm gonna backflip. I'm gonna backflip. I'm gonna backflip. And I'm like, it's an 11-year-old kid. To all the parents, the family members, the friends, the teachers, the brothers, the sisters, to everybody, no matter what the disability is, no matter what the depression is, not all disabilities are visible. The second you put limitations on them, you are destroying their future.
And I show out the ferry boats and they'll get
Try it out, baby. I'm just trying. Try it out, baby.
Yeah.
Dude. Got it? You alright?
Sweet.
That's the youngest ever. Right? Youngest ever to backflip. Youngest ever to backflip. Yeah. Youngest ever.
Tell me how that felt and why'd you do it?
It just like, it felt so awesome. It's like having a life goal and not accomplishing it, and just like finally you do, and it's just like the best feeling in the entire world. I knew I could, but I did not know how to do it on my first try. I amazed myself.
And you shall take me strongly in your arms again. And I won't remember that I ever felt the pain. We shall walk and talk in gardens all misty wet with rain down. And I will never grow so old again.
Riley, come here, boy. Come on. Come on. Go up.
And I will raise my hand up into the night cloud sky. Trying to star that shine in your eyes. That's just to dig it all, not to wonder, that's just right. And I'll be satisfied not to read in between the lines. And I will walk and talk in gardens all wet with rain. And I will never, ever grow so old again.
Double screen.
Sugar baby. Sweet thing. Sugar baby. Sugar baby.